show you a product and show you how to use it. This is really a product I enjoy. It is from Urban Decay, so it's a little pricey, but in my opinion, for what you get, it's a pretty good value. So I know everyone has heard of contouring and highlighting, and I mean, it's just been beat to death for the last few years. However, it still is a good technique to use, especially if you want to bring out certain features or to minimize certain things on your face, because basically contouring is just creating shadow, and then highlighting is just bringing light to certain areas that you want to pop on your face. So what I have here is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Shapeshifter. Okay, this is $45. So like I said, it is pricey. But here's my thoughts on it, why I feel like it's worth the price. You get 4 shadows, so you have more of the warm tone bronzer. You have a cool tone brown, which you would use for the contour. You have a powder and then a highlighter, all in powder form. And then you flip over this little... Let me show you. This little mirror, you have a dual side mirror. You flip it over and then you have these 4 creams. So you have the cream contour, you have the cream highlight, then you have 2 different colors of kind of a salmony pink. This helps hide dark circles, the concealer, and then you have a cream highlight. So let me show you how I use it and why I think it's just really versatile. They come in 2 different sets, a light, medium, and then I want to say a deep. I cannot contest on how deep the darker one is, if it works for all sorts of darker skin tones, or if it kind of, what you run into with a lot of makeup products is the deep will be deep but not too deep, so it just doesn't set, it doesn't work with all. So first off, what I'm going to do is, I don't struggle with dark circles, but if you do, you want to color correct underneath your eyes, and that's going to work best with a salmon color, more orangey based colors, because it cancels out that blue. So if you I can't talk, sorry, excuse me. So if you have more trouble with the darker under your eyes, I would go with this deeper kind of salmon color. But since I don't, I'm going to go with more of the pink. I'm just going to take a synthetic concealer brush and dab it. Sorry, I do have to look away because my mirror's here. Oh, no, I can use this mirror. So I will just dab it like so underneath the eyes. And it's not going to take a lot. The cream formula is just really creamy. It blends so well. So the formula is really good. I'm going to take a dampened beauty blender and just blend this out from underneath my eyes. I like to use a sponge, especially underneath the eyes, because it tends to blend so much easier than with a brush, and it just really sets it into the skin. So I'm going to tap that out, blend it like so. Okay, and then if you want to need to conceal anything, it does have this concealer in it. I am really broke out, so I'm just going to dab on these trouble spots I have going on. Oh my goodness, let me tell you first. So I have all my makeup on, and I do have foundation. I'm wearing the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. But I put on my foundation and nothing else, okay? So that's all I have on right now, is just the foundation. You do want to have your foundation on before you start this, because then you're just going to run into a mess. And I'm going to take this concealer and just kind of go down further and do the V. And this just helps highlight underneath the eyes, because that brighter underneath your eyes just really helps your eyes pop. and it looks really pretty. And I'm going to take a little bit down the bridge of my nose, like so, because that helps highlight. And then when you're contouring, if you have a problem or want to contour your nose, it just helps brighten up that middle. So I'm going to go back with my Beauty Blender and blend this concealer out. Can y'all even see what I'm doing? I'm trying to do this and stay in view of my, you know, amazing technology and equipment, which basically means like a 2-year-old Galaxy phone. Okay. No shame in my game though, okay? It's a good phone. All right. Just going to kind of blend everything in like so, just so it just is seamless, especially when you're using product on top of product. Blending is so important. Well, let's just be real. Blending's important every aspect of makeup. So I've got that on. So now I'm going to start with the cream contour, and I am going to take, what am I going to take? I like using actually using a synthetic brush, like we use a concealer brush, the same like what I just used underneath my eyes. It's denser, and then it helps me get the product just right where I want it. So I'm going to go in with this cream contour, and so suck in like so and find your natural cheekbone, okay? You do not want to do it underneath your cheekbone. You want to do it just on the cheekbone, but slightly on the the upper top of your cheekbone, because that's really what just helps bring out the cheeks and give that lifted look. So I'm going to start at the hairline and then just kind of work my way down. You want to be careful and not get too much, because then it takes longer to blend it out, and then you risk running into your face looking kind of muddy. And then I'm going to bring it up my temple like so. I don't have a problem with my forehead. It's actually rather small. So I don't put a lot above here. If you do have a larger forehead, you want to take the contour down this way to create more of a highlight in the center along here. And then also, if for a larger forehead, you want to take the contour all the way around and kind of down. That way this area stays highlighted, and that's what pops. And that shadow just helps conceal some of your forehead to make it look smaller. So since that's not an issue with me, I'm not going to do that. But I am going to go along the cheekbone. And this just helps make this part of my face more prominent. And also, if you have a rather slim face, or you want to bring out your jawbone, this is a good thing to do. So I'm just going to go, can you see, along here, like so. I do not contour my nose with a cream contour. I will do it with the powder contour, but I don't have, my nose just doesn't bother me, so it's not something I spend a lot of time on or a lot of effort in contouring, but I will show you how I do it with the cream. So we've got this on, and this brush is just really to apply it. Now we need to blend it out. You have several options. You can use like if I can find one, like a dense brush like this. This is really dense, a lot of bristles, densely packed. This works. You can use a dampened beauty sponge. If you have a Clarisonic already, the foundation head that they just came out with is amazing for blending out contour. It works great on foundation as well, but for me, I just love the way it does contour. So I'm going to do half and half. I'm going to do this half with the Clarisonic. So you just turn it on. And I find with the Clarisonic, it helps me not blend out too much, because if you blend too much with your contour, what happens is it will disappear. So I still have a little bit left, but without it being too much and without over blending, because that's just a waste. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Beauty Blender on this part of it. Kind of blend that out. Oh, and I forgot my neck. I'll just go ahead. This really is where the Clarisonic hits though, because it will get right underneath here and underneath your jawline just so effortlessly. So it blends very well. But a brush and a beauty sponge works just as well. And my face, for real. I went to the dollar store this morning because I thought, it's early, nobody's gonna be there. So I went, you know, braless in flip-flops, and I had my eye makeup done, my lashes, but nothing else. So I have this full eye makeup look and bare skin with like this terrible breakout and, you know, all these red spots. I'm like, I go in there and of course it's packed like at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'm sure I looked a crazy mess, but oh well. Okay. Oh, highlights. Let's do a cream highlight. This is not just, I just don't live for cream highlighters, but a lot of people do like them. So we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm using my finger just to tap it on above my cheekbones. You can also go down the bridge of your nose, kind of at the tip, and it just helps that pop as well. So easy peasy. All right, now I'm going to take a angled brush. You can use any angled brush. This is actually a Photofocus Sculpting by It Cosmetics. It is a wonderful, wonderful brush. You can use it for contour, for putting powder just like right where you want it, having a lot more control with your powder or blush. So love it. Okay, I'm going to go in then with this powder shade and see if you notice this is more orangey and this is more of a gray undertone. When you're contouring, you want to go for a more cool gray undertone, because if you contour with a bronzer, especially this orangey underneath, you're going to end up looking like Trump. And we do not want that at all. Okay, so I'm going to take the contour and just go back where I applied the cream. So this is basically just putting a powder on top of the cream so it doesn't move. At this point, if you are not satisfied with as much contour as what you already have, this is when you can add more to it. I tell you, this is a challenge to do this. Okay, so also when you're blending contour, you want to blend up like so. Don't bring it down, because the point too is to make everything look lifted. I have cheeks. I don't have a problem with round cheeks. If you want to create more of an apple on your cheek, you can take the contour down this way and then kind of circle it around the cheek like so, and that'll help bring out your cheeks when you smile. I don't do that. I just bring it to about right here because I don't want to put more emphasis on those cheeks. And on your jawline, blend, 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 blend. Because you certainly don't want to spend all this time and have this beautiful contour and highlight and then this crazy neck. Because that will definitely give your makeup secret away. Okay, I'm going to set set my foundation with the powder. I actually should have done this first, but you know, it's Saturday morning. We can break the rules. All right, so I'm just going to go in with any kind of powder brush. You can see it is dusty, but it is a very good foundation. It is a very good powder. I'll set underneath the eyes like so. It doesn't cake. It really gives a really pretty, natural, but matte finish. Okay, let me look at my big mirror. I still look so broke out. I don't know what is going on. Breakouts are the pits. Okay, especially when you're in 30s. Why are you breaking out in your 30s? I didn't even have problems as a teenager, and now I'm breaking out. Come on. Okay, so to contour my nose, I'm going to get a smaller brush, and I use an eyeshadow brush, just kind of something small that's dense as well. You want more of a stiffer brush. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a little closer. I'm going to go down my nose like so, and then I go around here and then just kind of down to make a V. The thing with noses, it's kind of unique depending on your nose or the shape of your nose, what you want to bring out or conceal. I do know, like, if say you have a bump on the side of your nose, don't go around the bump, go over it, and that will help create shadow over the bump, so it just helps conceal. So if you can see, I don't go up all the way in here. I used to, and then I noticed it just made this part too dark, and it just didn't look good. So I'm just going to stop about right here. You will hear people say to powder contour, go all the way into your eye. I guess that's fine if you can do it and blend it out seamlessly, but I cannot, so I don't. Okay, this is the boring part of the video where I'm not talking. Okay, I will also go underneath the lip because this just helps your bottom lip look a little more pouty. Oh, and I have lipstick on and I'm just rubbing and blah, blah, blah. Let me smear lipstick everywhere. Okay, come on, Kendall, come on. Like so. And now we want to blend that out. Let me go back with this blending brush. I'm going to take a little bit of the regular powder just to kind of go over this. I want to blend it out so you don't have just like straight brown lines all over your nose, but I also want to keep that color on my nose. And I'm thinking if I had like a better camera or something, you probably could see this better. Or if I would keep the mirror away from my face. Okay, go. All right. Is that good? Can you notice? I'm looking in the viewfinder. Sorry, guys. But can you see how it just sharpened up those cheekbones? It just gives more structure to the face. It doesn't have to take this long. It usually doesn't take me this long. This is going to be more if you're just wanting to go all out with the contour. Most mornings I will just use a powder contour, just kind of sweep it across my cheeks. I do my nose right quick and then blend down my neck and then I'm done. But for the purpose of the video, we're going to go all out. So I'm going to take a huge powder brush like this, something that's really soft, has a lot of give, and it's rather big. And then I'm going to go into the bronzer, tap off the excess, because this is where you want to be careful. You do not want to bronze too much. I'm going to bronze over the cheeks and kind of over the highlighter. But remember, bronzing is for warming up the skin, not creating structure, okay? So you don't want to do like lines and like what we did contour. You don't want to do exact because it's just going to look muddy, and then we go for the Trump look again, and I think we all can agree we don't want that. So what I'm going to do is just hold it at the bottom of the brush, hold it very easily, and just so effortlessly I'll just go in with the bronzer like so. And you see, I'm just kind of going all over the face. Not all over the face, but all over my cheeks. But just, you know, no specific. You don't want it to be, you know, creating definite lines. This is more just kind of for blending everything out. So, to help just sharpen up this bottom underneath the contour, I'm going to take just kind of a different brush. You can use anything. You can use an eyeshadow brush again, as long as you just have something with more stiff bristles and that's more densely packed. So I'm going to take the powder and I'm just going to go in underneath here and just carve out this part of it. So my bronzer and contour is not going down too far on my face, but also that contrast will really help my cheeks pop just a little more. So we're going to do like so. I do this for extra measure because sometimes I get a little excited and it just, you know, I've got bronzer and contour from temple to lip, and that's not cool either. We're going to do like so. Now we're almost done with the highlight. You can get a fan brush, a little highlighting brush, just something that I do recommend a highlighting brush. I don't care for the fan. This is actually the e.l.f. highlighting brush. I think you can get this for like a whopping $4 or $5. I don't like the fan, but I do like a brush that's shaped like this for applying highlighter. So I'm going to go in with the highlight. I get excited. Highlight is specific to each person, and you don't even have to highlight if you don't want to. But then I go on top of this contour like so. And I will go just up the temples slightly. And then I will go down my nose. I don't take it all the way up, just do it really lightly. But I will concentrate more on the tip of my nose. Like so. You can add just a touch above your eyebrows, the arch of your eyebrows, to help emphasize that. This highlighter is really, really good. It's not too gold. It's not too gold. It's more of a champagne-y color. There's not glitter in it, which is not my thing when it comes to highlights. Let me find that little shadow brush. What did I do with that? I'm going to take this shadow brush. I'm going to wipe it off because this is the one I use to do the powder on my nose and underneath my lip. But I'm clean this off, and then I'm going to go in with the highlighter, and I'm going to put it above my Cupid's bow on my lips. This just helps bring light to the top of your lips and just helps it pop, and your lipstick will look better. Really pretty. And then also I'm going to take kind of in the bottom part right here, not inside your lip because that's gross and pointless, but just kind of in the middle, but not all the way down. See, and this is what I mean. See? This helps create kind of a fuller look for your lips. So, let me see. Are we good? Are we good? Are we blended? The neck. See, you've got to watch the neck. The neck will get you every time. Okay, so I'm going to go and just blend this. This is just the powder brush I used. So there's really not a lot of color on it. So it's really good to help blend out without adding more back to it. So that's it. I'm not a contouring expert, okay? I hope you weren't expecting like Kim Kardashian's makeup artist or anything like that. But this is just what I've done, trial and error. If you are new to contouring, if it's something you're interested in, but just don't know where to start, because literally if you go to a store, there's contour and highlight and powder and, I mean, it's everywhere, and it can be very overwhelming if it's not something you have done before. If you want cheaper options, let me know. But for a beginner, for someone who uses it regularly, this is just a great, is it upside down? Where we go? Oh no. This is just a great little compact. It is pricey, I realize that, but it's just great. I mean, you get concealer, under eye, highlighter, your powder. I mean, you can do literally your entire face with just this. I like it. That's my recommendation. But if y'all do want cheaper options, let me know. But I'm going to get off here and enjoy the rest of my Saturday.